Good morning, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader, 9:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on May 8th, 2021. It's Saturday morning here in New York, and let's go through some formalities quickly so we can get on with the show. So, quick disclaimer that this is not financial advice. Please consult with your financial advisor purely for educational purposes, outlining my entry exit points and own personal opinions. These are not facts. To stay up with the latest intraday updates in terms of market events related to NuCypher or anything related to where my entry exit points are, feel free to subscribe at the Twitter link below, as well as if you want to subscribe to the videos, we do them twice a day typically. Anyway, going straight into the NuCypher allocation, there's 80% still at these price points. I never got my 700 on the NuCypher Bitcoin pair. So 20% remains in US dollars, still waiting for deployment. However, the chart's been changing. Let's just take a look at last night's price action. As you can see here, so NuCypher US dollar. This is the amount of NuCypher. This is the amount of dollars that you would get by selling a NuCypher or buying a NuCypher. So anyway, this chart generally is consisting of two major inputs. One is the Bitcoin benchmark. The other is the NuCypher to Bitcoin strength. Those two things make up how much in US dollars it will cost to buy a NuCypher coin. So right now we're at 48 cents per NuCypher coin. And if you see, we've identified a pennant that I saw it formulating a couple of days ago. And we're starting to see a little bit of that. Let's just drill into some of the price action we've seen. Yesterday around 12, we saw a big jump up to about the 50-cent range. And as I mentioned in last night's video, we came right back down. Well, again, last night in the wee hours, even in the evening hours, late evening hours, we started to see a trend up. Now, it looks triangular, this pattern here that I'm moving my mouse around. But, we have to see how this thing plays out. It's too short term to get a hold on this particular price movement. But notice how we are approaching that upward red resistance line. This is good news if you're a holder. That being said, it's, if you're not a holder and you want to find an entry point, well, I got bad news for you. I don't know if this thing is going to make its merry way on the NuCypher Bitcoin pair to 700. But that being said, there's always an opportunity somewhere, and I will keep everyone posted as per my view of where those entry points will be. Anyway, let's look at the benchmark Bitcoin. Last night also very rally-ish moves. If you look at the long-term trend is up. If you look at what it did last night, I don't know if it's in anticipation of, Dogecoin and Elon Musk in tonight's Saturday Night Live gig, but we're almost at 59,000. We actually broke it this morning, so looking pretty bullish on this channel here. So we are back in the big upward rising channel. So we're kind of staying within a range, which is fine. We'll take the range. When it comes to NuCypher. Anyway, moving on to the strength of NuCypher to Bitcoin. Like as I mentioned also yesterday, we are basing here. This basing pattern looks like we've hit this downward wedge, and now we've moved out kind of in a horizontal like fashion. So the reason why I said bad news earlier is because, I want to see this thing die hard at 700 so that I could get into it at what I consider a very cheap price for NuCypher in dollar terms. But I don't know that that's going to happen. Let's take a look why. If I drill into this, looks like we busted out of this downward trend and are now, if I move this a little bit further, we're out. You see that long line here. This said, you know what? I'm done with you, downward wedge. Let me do my own thing. So now it's consolidating a very similar like triangular pattern, which is exactly what we see on the NuCypher US dollar chart, which is why I say this thing almost mimics it. It's not perfect. It's not exact. So NuCypher Bitcoin is pretty much a heavy driver to the NuCypher US dollar chart, and that's why it's important. This is why I always complain or whine that no one's looking at this one. This is the chart everyone needs to be looking at, my opinion. But you guys do it how you want to do it. Anyway, so I'm gonna get out of here. I think overall, I think there's been a lot of NuCypher staking lately. If anyone doesn't know what that is, I suggest you read up on it. I'll put a link down below to kind of give everyone a view of how that works. But typically, what staking means is if you own NuCypher, there are places where you can take your NuCypher coins and plant them like seeds in your backyard, and then lock them up for some time so that you earn more seeds. So effectively, you're basically, even though it's part of the circulating supply, you're taking it out of the market to gain more NuCypher that's just being distributed to you directly. So what people typically do, if you're doing staking, you're in it kind of to make interest on it. So you're almost taking the supply out of the trading market and using it to run the NuCypher network. And I think that that's very important to understand. I think potentially some of the price action we've seen with NuCypher, and this may be way off, but it's just something I've observed, is that since that staking started happening yesterday, we've seen a positive impact on NuCypher, let alone Bitcoin US dollar pair, for sure, a major influence on that. So I don't want to take away from that either. But, the NuCypher staking is somewhat of a big deal in my opinion, but time will tell. Let's take a look at this later tonight, and have a good Saturday, everyone.